What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cat back with another video for you guys. Today we have some fighters news. We have some Dragon Fighterz news, and it's regarding all the characters that have been announced so far. All 9 characters that we know that will be in the game. They have done a little power scaling thing, I guess you could call it, basically showing what these characters are good at and ranking their grades on from like a C to SS rank. So I'm really glad they came with this, just showing us what it's going to be like, because these are the characters that are going to be available for us in the demo. And remember, the demo sign-ups start August 22nd. You want to make sure that you're on your PlayStation on August 22nd, because I believe the signups will be through PlayStation or Xbox, just like the Japanese signups were for Dragon Fighterz. But now let's get into these character breakdowns, and I am so hyped for this game. Let me know if you are too. Okay, so of course first character is Goku, and here's what they gotta say on Goku. The all-arounder anyone can use. An easy-to-use fighter recommended for beginners. Use your Kamehameha to get out of a pinch. Kamehameha can one-sidedly crush your foes. Now as far as power goes, they gave him grades for power, speed, technique, reach, and energy. Goku has an S on power, B speed, technique A, reach A, energy A, and ease of use is a SS. Now the reason I'm thinking his ease of use is a SS is because of his combos and things like that must be very easy to pull off, because compared to other characters, his ratings are really not that high as far as power, speed, technique, reach, and energy go. Other characters that you guys will see later on in this video have better statistics in those categories, but their ease of use is lower than Goku. So I'm guessing it has to do with his combos and how easy they are to land and things of that nature. But this is it for Goku right here, guys. I'm going to show every character just like this, nice and zoomed in so you guys could read it very clearly. So moving on, here we got Vegeta, and what they got on Vegeta says a balanced fighter with good offensive and defensive capabilities. Keep them away with your rapid energy blast. Deal, it just says deal with attacks by using your crusher knee kick. I'm guessing the translation was wrong. They were supposed to say some deal damage or something like that. With attacks by using your crusher knee kick. And dispatch your enemies with your polished fighting skills. Now Vegeta's another one that doesn't have really high ranks as far as power, speed, technique, reach, and energy, but he has an ease of use SS. And again, I'm assuming that is because his combos and his techniques are very easy to pull off compared to other characters that have higher ratings across those 5 categories, but their ease of use is lower than the SS. I'm guessing that's because of the combos and things like that. I haven't had any first-hand experience with this game yet, of course. If I did, I'd have some gameplay for y'all. But again, I'm guessing that's because of his combos, his his combos, and just how easy his skills are to pull off. And here we got Trunks, guys. Honestly, this is probably going to be one of the most used characters in this game. The fact that he can fight with his sword is absolutely dope, but let's read what they got to say on him. A character who fights with a sword. His sword attacks are powerful and have long range. Once your foe lets their guard down, demolish with your shining attack. That's going to be a dope animation. And then approach your foe and completely eradicate them with heat dome attack. Again, those are the animations of this game are just going to be absolutely insane, and they're finally giving Shining Slash some love. Like, that was one of my favorite moves from the anime, especially from Trunks, and no game really ever gave it love like it was supposed to have. Now that we're getting Shining Slash in this, and I've already seen the animation, it's gonna be absolutely amazing. I really can't wait to use Trunks. But as far as power goes, he has an A, speed A, technique S, reach S, and energy B. As you see, his stats across the board are very similar, or if not better than Goku's and Vegeta's, but his ease of use is an S. Again, that's because I assume his combos and things like that are harder to use than Vegeta and Goku's. Alright, moving on, we got the best character in Dragon Ball history. Let me rephrase that. Whether it's Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Teen Gohan is the best character in history, and if you want to dispute that, come down to the comments. Let me educate you real quick. But now let's look at what they got in the description before we get into all of his stats. And it says a short-range, high-powered character. Close on your enemies to compensate for your small range, while all of his special moves are exceedingly powerful. The Father-Son Kamehameha is absurdly so. Now, his stats are a power rank of SS. The only character that you guys will see in this video that has a power rank of SS. Speed is an S, which is crucial in these type of games. Technique is a C, and reach is a B. That's the only really bad part about Gohan, is that reach being a B. But energy is an A, and ease of use is an S. Now, reach is really the only bad thing with Gohan. That's something that a lot of people are going to love characters like Trunks for, because his reach is an S rank, and the more reach you have, the more distance you can keep between you and your opponent. And of course, with characters like Trunks, you can also get up close to your opponent and do some combos as well. So that's definitely one negative towards Gohan, but besides that, he's looking like an absolutely amazing character. Next up, we got Frieza himself, a stylish character specializing in long-range fighting. Okay, that just doesn't make sense. That's another mess up in the translation. Use various special moves to prevent your foe from approaching you. Be careful not to cut yourself with your death saucer. That's really dope right there. The fact that you can actually cut yourself with the death saucer just like they had in the anime, that's something that I really like right there. I didn't even know that until I saw this recently. That is absolutely dope in my opinion, guys. Now, it says transform into golden and teach your foe what true despair means. So of course transformations are going to be in the game, as you guys have seen in the gameplay, but I didn't really see anybody go golden in the like at E3 or anything like that, so I wonder how that's going to work. But for power, he has an A, speed A, technique A, reach S, and energy S. See how those stats are very similar to Goku and Vegeta's, but then his ease of use is a rank A as opposed to an SS like those two characters. So again, what that means is basically his combos and his techniques and things like that will be harder to pull off as opposed to using Goku and Vegeta. Those characters' techniques and skills and combos will be easier to pull off. Next up is Cell, and it says out of everyone, his are the highest traits, a perfect character. With his easy special moves, this perfected Cell has no blind spots. Plunge the entire world into the depths of fear with your devastating perfect attack. Now, his stats: power is an S, speed is an A, technique is an S, reach is an A, and energy is an A. Those are very good stats for a character, and his ease of use is an S rank, which is also pretty good considering the fact that SS is the easiest. S is right below that, so I feel like Perfect Cell is going to be a highly used character, especially at the beginning. It depends on who we get, honestly, from the other characters, but honestly, like the description says, his stats are very good, and I just really want to know how he plays. Obviously, like I said before, sadly, I have not played the game yet, but this is Perfect Cell, guys. I really do think that he will be a commonly used character. Next up, we got Fat Boy Majin Buu, and it says a character with both power and range. Just by unleashing your powerful Mount Dive, your foes will be unable to do anything. Keep innocently attacking your foe. Let's turn bothersome enemies into candy. Now, if you could really turn your foe into candy and actually, like, that's a special move or something like that, that'd be very dope, because y'all know in Xenoverse 2, the whole turn into candy thing is basically useless. It's really dumb. You're just turning your opponent into candy and you can't even attack them. Now, his power is an S, speed is a C, of course that's expected. He's pretty damn fat, not gonna lie. Technique is an S, reach is an S, energy is an S. Majin Buu is by far one of the most well-rounded characters. The only negative to him is his speed. Now it says his ease of use is an A. I'm guessing because he's so slow, and in games like this, speed is crucial. You know, the slower your character, the harder it is to move around, and especially if they're not a zoning type character. But obviously he has that S reach, so I really want to see how he plays. But let's move on to the next character. Okay, now we got KRILLIN next up, and it says a character with varied moves. Let's confuse the enemy with after images, which honestly, after images finally getting its justice. Finally looks like the true after image from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, things like that. It finally looks like it based off the screenshots that we've seen before. Now it says you can heal your allies with your Sensu Bean assist, which in my opinion is going to be a great assist, depending on how much health your allies actually get back from that. But that is a very good assist, most likely. Like, say it gives a half a bar health back or something like that. That's going to be a very good assist right there. Now, you can even use Kamehameha, so there's no problems fighting long range. His stats are B for power, speed is an A, technique is a C, reach is an S, which is very good for KRILLIN because obviously he's a very short character. You wouldn't think he has a lot of reach, but in this game he does. Energy is an A, and ease of use is an S. This is a character that I'm very happy to see have these good stats and be usable, because a lot of games like Xenoverse, well, really mainly Xenoverse, you don't use characters like KRILLIN. Nobody uses characters like KRILLIN, Tien, Yamcha. You don't see those characters. But it seems like in Fighters, they're going to give these characters good justice and give them good stats to where you can use them freely and even maybe main these characters as well. And last but not least, we got my boy Piccolo. Now the description on him says a technical character with mysterious moves. I don't know what's so mysterious. We've basically seen all his moves in the game, unless they're like mysterious to your opponent to where you can't tell what he's doing or something like that. I don't know where the mystery comes in. Having amazed vast battle experience and knowledge, he possesses lots of ways of opening his foe's guard. Charge the hyper powerful special beam cannon to the max and pierce your enemy. Now power is an A, speed is a B, technique is an S, reach is an S, and energy is an A. Ease of use is an A though, on the other hand, but honestly I feel like Piccolo is going to be a favorite character as well, depending on how his combos are. If his arms actually, you know, extend, I'm guessing that's where his S reach comes from. If his arms actually extend through his combos and things like that, I feel like he will be another character that is used a lot, whereas opposed to games like Xenoverse, not many people use him, even though he does have a very good variation. He has 2 very good variations in Xenoverse, but nobody still really uses this man in the game. I'm really glad that Fighters is doing this with all characters. Like I said, Tien, Yamcha, if they get included into the game, they will be characters that people will use as well, just like Krillin. They will have some kind of good, whether it's their assist, whether it's their reach, whether it's their just ability. Like after image with Krillin, that seems like it's going to be a very dope move to use. I'm really glad that Fighters has done this, bringing life to all characters, where you won't just see the same characters online. Like Xenoverse, for example, all you see is Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Gogeta, and Hit for the most part. That's 50% of your ranked matches that you play. I highly doubt that will be the case in Fighters. It seems like they're going to give you the option to choose any character and still have a good chance to win. That's something that I really like about this game. But that is all the characters, guys, so far that we have any news on. We haven't had any news on any new characters to be released yet. I am staying tuned to Bandai's main page on Twitter. If you guys want to stay tuned to that page as well, link to their Twitter will be down below in the description, along with the web page for this website if you guys want to check this out for yourself as well. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about these stats and how these characters are going to work. But as always, hope you guys have a good day. Until next time, peace, y'all.